There it is. That's all it is.
A monster?
No, no monster.
Put it that way.
No, not putting it anywhere again. Okay, this is not playtime. Okay?
I took that back of your ring.
Leave my ring. The ring cannot come off. Mommy?
No.
Oh, alright. Good. Ooh. You want to behave? Okay, good. Very good. Very good. Where part is Shantae?
I don't know.
You don't know where Shantae is? Do you remember who Shantae is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting to talk to Shantae. I don't see her on. Not one. Not one. What? No, you have to go to mommy. Come on. Go to mommy. Come
No.
to mommy.
No.
Jesus. No, still. Mommy ready for you.
No.
Mommy ready for you.
No.
Why is that extra? Hmm? Let's see Mark one talk.
What's up, coach?
My perfect plan and yeah. Mommy needs you now. Come back. Yeah. What make you really make that decision there?
Well, really and truly, still, this decision had to be made. You know, it's something where I've been I think about for I would say quite a while now. Mainly because well,
Yeah.
one them fire coach. He's a good people. You know what I'm saying? He was learning a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Coming from the position he had came from, he did do a lot of things team in terms of making changes, which was both good and bad. But not only that, it just came to a point where I had too much on my plate, and it wasn't. It was actually taken away a lot more than it was given. So, you know, might as well. Yeah, but really and truly,
that was the head coach.
I would say I was more so fed up because, you know, coming from a team background where like it's by any means necessary and we're a team, you know, there's no team atmosphere where I'm not gonna lie, because it, there's always some or a group of people that's questioning the coach or questioning, right? There's constant bickering amongst everybody. My understanding say, yeah, especially from Calabar days, through every team you have one fight or something big. But just come on.
Never.
I say there was a time to come back. You know?
Sorry for that. Yeah.
But majority of those chances left when Coach Leiford and Coach Graham left. You know what I'm saying? Coach Johnson, I'm not, as I said, he tried his utmost best to really do something with me. I think this year is a year where we have a lot more numbers and a lot more talent. You know what I'm saying? But the mind does not, like, you can't nurture talent that doesn't want to be. You know, everybody wants to be grown until it's time to make growth decisions. You know, they grown on their own part, and it makes no sense. So exactly why be a part of an that doesn't, you know, develop or even have a chance to evolve. And another thing, that there's a lot more. People say track and field is an individual sport. Track and field is an individual sport once you're a professional. And even if you decide to compete, you have to remember that it's a team sport, especially on relay. You know what I'm saying? And there's way too much selfish both. And I'm on the go like I noticed amongst the coaching staff, you know, is there a conflict of amongst certain that, you know, the coaches want this to be done or the other coaches want that to be done, but then again, nobody's on the same accord. So I mean, I can understand, but Johnson never really put up a fight. He took the L and left.
Yeah. I mean, it basically underscores still something that I've seen happen quite often when student athletes, you know, you're awarded a scholarship, and you know you get to where you get to the school, and there's, you know, staff changes, whether it's the coaching staff or even certain administrative staff that's no longer supportive of the program. And that can throw off a lot of people in terms of career decisions and having to make decisions that, you know, are tough decisions, but necessary for you to be able to put the energy on.
That is
Olympic level. It's not necessarily all the best people that ever came into the sport, you know. You know, sometimes it's the people who manage to make it to the other end, and a lot of it is luck, you know, or not being unlucky to find yourself in certain situations where you have to choose to do something else other than the sport. And some of it is, you know, who survives all the injuries, you know, the inevitable injuries that come up from time to time as a sports person, as an athlete.
I totally understand, Coach. So when I say it's a plethora of things that really contributed to that decision. Even, you know, remember when I left Calabar with pretty much I wouldn't even say a new, but a newly found talent within myself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were like, "What? Like, how did he even like do?" And throughout my freshman and sophomore year, well, I would say majority of my freshman year when Coach Graham took a better opportunity and went to Clemson. That whole season with Coach Leaford before Coach Johnson got there, I ran consistent, you know, fast times. I was injured, right? And you know, it's a never say die, you know, mentality. Regardless of what it is, the job has to get done. You know what I'm saying? And that was one thing that, you know, developed a certain respect for me when he came on to Coach Johnson. But easier. But really and truly, Coach, there comes a time when you have to be, you know, the bigger person and make the right choice. You know?
Yeah. Hold on there. Remember the first year I come train a coach at Calabar.
All right.
A 2-person I send go champs, right? So I see the big man on the live, you know, so you have to come talk.
Man.
My big son.
Hey.
You have to come talk, man. Big Campbell. Mr. Campbell, where are you now?
The girl, not the body. Oh, that.
Alright, never, when time I come back, come coach Calabar, I never think about that coach too big, great tone, beard up. Man, full beard up, watch it, look up, watch it. And the man them beard up more than me.
Yeah, thank us.
No. I'm glad for all far the man regardless of how, can you don't know say decisions have to make along the way for your own betterment and things still. And glad say the man them really come up and at least you know say yeah go graduate from university level of education and things you can use to better yourself moving forward. However else it turn out, nobody never put that down. Yo, you did have to do this and you did have to do that. You understand?
Yeah.
But I'm glad someone make use of that. But I mean, I say this, but the whole world know. Zine, remember the year I'm going to the formula, you know? Remember the formula there? After chance every year, the man them put on tracks till September.
Keep working.
Eh?
See if we can make some teams
keep
after that.
working. You keep working. Alright. You train right down until trials and you're going to see the difference when you come back September. Right? At the end of the day, when the talent, when the so-called big talent them are rest, you continually improve for the additional 3 months there. You understand? So glad said you when we come back to Calabar, another 2 first person will really and truly take heed and follow the formula there and it pay off dividends because when Tonka leave Calabar, Dean, Tonka, he there Calabar as a big talent. Then the man left Calabar, man run 4x4 for Calabar and people say them never think say they have all them talent there within your run all 4 hurdle.
No, but me I tell you
the
it's like I'm gonna put it down right now. Me I tell you the truth, coach. If me do decide to go back out even this week and go start back practice for outdoors, me I tell you 51 and 50.9 tank, you see me I say? But it just take the discipline and the right you know what I mean?
Yeah. So Laffy, what go on here, man? Last year in the college.
Last year trying to put things together. See how best we can make something shake in the NCAA. I mean, been trying for what, 3-4 years now.
Me nah lie, still kind of have a little bet when I want to make with somebody right now because me know say it's not impossible.
Yeah. So.
And so much put.
Hold on. Mind the bet them when you make now. Mind the bet them when you make because last week a man say him can't score more than in the multi and I'm sure the man did not come on back on the live the weekend. Man say something about 4,000 points and I want message me this week and say coach see the man no score more than me, you know. So mind the bet them. Mind the bet them and you can't come on.
Yeah,
no man, now save and we come but if man should have know still Ricardo Rusty, I'm first multi this in about a year and a half. So we know say never they go score nothing big. You can't really take them bet there, you know? Or my savior at the multi 2 years. Even though them did kinda equal when them things change up and shift up. So just be careful of
That's the thing enough for them athletes and not realize.
But I know still. Yeah.
You see me as a coach? I say, you see, enough for them realistic with them goals and be realistic with them competition. Because you see, being an athlete, you have to remember say you have to be a student of the
Yeah.
sport too, you know. You see me I say? You have to sit and watch and learn. You have to go
Mm.
back to the drawing board and you know go back and see what you have to know your body and what you're supposed to do. You see me I say? And that I one thing you can always say that enough of the athlete. Right? Them get up and say, yo, alright, them want to go nationals and them want this and them want that. You have to make them know say, yo, yeah, nationals is the goal, you see me I say? But you have to start smart, especially with the attitude where you have put towards things. There's no way a man will get up every day run off his mouth and a slouch and I run 23 or 2 bills. I go say with that 20 pint. You see me I say? If you have a talented youth where you know say
Yeah.
you not even talented. If you have discipline, them know say they are training and them are do what them supposed to do. Them are follow the workout. See me I say? The man go to get up around 19 tomorrow and you see me I say, coach? But like
Yeah, yeah.
to say that like that I did one of the biggest problem them in my team too, you know. The man them are aim for well I say the star the sky and I try to fall upon the cloud. Them don't even have a device for aim. The man not put in a foundation, man in no work whatsoever and ready for just get up and national. You see me I say?
Yeah. And track and
Yeah,
field have
right.
a thing named progression too, where you, you have to know, say, oh, you take that little baby step there, and the next little baby step, and the next little baby step. And sometimes when you are progressing, sometimes you go on the level for a little while. Because your body have to build up the capacity to move to the next level. And the next level is a more intense level. So sometimes, yeah, sometimes someone set some goal and you say, boy, you don't really want to be discouraging to them. Because maybe they might have that within them, but not within the short span when them are try things say, yo, if them can achieve it. Then, but one like LaFrance now, I'm know say always they're always up there, right, in the sprint hurdle. Although when I talk with some of my coaching colleagues and I might say, boy, LaFrance is a perfect decathlete, but man just I love the thing, man just I love the decathlon. None at all. You remember that, Laffy? Until you come pull back, I'm saying, look, say your friends. You build for this, you make for this,
One of the toughest event that me ever do. Decathlon. Rough, man.
Yeah.
It would take more than just the natural talent for the event. But they choose to go decathlon route. I take more heart and I just feel like we never really have that. Cause you find that when you come to the collegiate system, there are a lot more competition and I mean the event itself start get more demanding because you find that you jump at a certain level in Jamaica when you reach college is like where you jump considered as like girl height. So it's like you have to just change your whole focus and try to see where you can capitalize on and make the best out of it so that it can fit you for the future. So I just never feel like decathlon was it. And then it's like it never fit for your decathlete any at all because the coach time on him man.
Oh yeah, I remember.
True.
It was just more of trying to be specific and see which event would have worked for my best and see how we can make the best of the event, you know? So that was just it. But I mean, since I leave Jamaica still, but it kind of changed my mind from the whole decathlon thing. I'm just feel like I never get the fear chance of hurdling like somebody want to hurdle. Seeing that I did go Calabar as a hurdle and a long jump, I just never feel like I get the fear chance of hurdling because after what? 9th grade, 10th grade, start focus on decathlon. So I feel like I have more in the tank, which I realize the true potential now. I go places.
Yeah. I see. Some big moves. Something last year, I don't know if you remember him. Riley. When if they do deck for Calabar back in the day. Not Andrew, Adrian, the younger brother. So yeah, when they get him to talk to Lamb before the deck of champs, just for kind of calm him down and give him a base level of expectation. And him say something to me we never really did before that. Him say, this deck where you go do at high school level is not as hectic as what them ask for at the collegiate level. Can I say, like, when the deck out here, you know, you have like half hour, 1 hour, 2 hour between disciplines. Him say over there is all like 20 minutes to half hour, not more than that.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's like the event itself, the decathlon or the heptathlon, whatever you do indoor or outdoor, it start get more demanding. So it's like you can just get up and compete in Jamaica. You can't do that here in the collegiate system.
No.
Especially at the Division 1 level.
Trust me.
It's possible.
Yes.
It's not possible. You have to ensure that actually are trained for the event and stuff like that, because it's tough.
You see, as a quarter miler, one thing for sure, don't feel like because you have speed, you can decide you're gonna run the 4-2, especially indoor. You see me I say? Because when you look at it, if you're gonna be a 200 man, you have to just call it and say you have to either just do the raw 200 or you're gonna just do a 60 and 200, because you see the time frame between is really cut down to like say about 20 to 30 minutes maximum. You know what I'm saying? And you know, full recovery takes 12 minutes and between each final for every year for D2 conference indoor, between the 200 final and 400 final is literally 10 minutes. So there's no way you can actually you really have to sit down and strategize what events you practically do indoors. Like me now, basically, yes, I do my best in indoors, but my main focus is outdoors because we have a better outdoor team and a better chance outdoor. So really use indoor as part of the background for getting some work and competition work. But it's really adjustment from a Caribbean country or even a different country to the US is very hard.
Yeah. Boy, I never recognized how important it is when you compete in the sprints to specialize at that level, because most of us coming from the Caribbean context, the 400, 200 is a double that's very accessible to us at our local championships. But it's not really so accessible over there, because even I watched the last outdoor championship and some persons were very upset. What was the name of the hurdle again? The female hurdler. She ran the 100 and came back for the hurdles within a span of something like almost 10 minutes. And people were upset to the coach. Like, why would you have her do that knowing that those finals are so close? I mean, and that's 100 and a 110.
They know what they're bargaining for, because no coach go just throw you in it like that. I mean, you know where you sign up for.
That's true.
I mean, I think she did it at regionals, because outdoor, you know, you have to meet at the regional before you go to nationals, and she did it at the regional. So just feel like they see it as a way to make points, but at the end of the day, you have to worry about the athlete. That's how I see it. But if the athlete feel comfortable with doing it, there's nothing the spectators can say we can change the coach or the athletes, man. As long as them feel comfortable with her, as long as she feel comfortable doing it as an athlete. Because the NCAA system really set up as a dog-eat-dog battle. So, I mean, however you can show your capability that you're able for dominate within the NCAA, that's how you're going to do it. But for me, I don't really see it as something where you should practice often, like doubling within that short space of time.
Yeah.
I really feel like something to practice.
You see, this game teach me a lot about sacrifice. You see what I say? And when it comes on personal ego and your goals, you have to really assess your ego versus your goals. You have a long-term goal saying, for instance, goal is to, track my time and go to the Olympics. And your ego will say, well, I can get the doubling in the 400 early, you know. Know what I'm saying? You have to really look on it. You do that now and hurt yourself, that I got push your goal back or possibly even diminish your goal. You know what I'm saying? But one thing it really on the school, I wouldn't even say the quality, but the caliber of athlete. Because if the athlete decide that, them can manage it or them comfortable with it. Because one thing they used to say when we was in high school, say, well, you go NCAA or you go college, like you don't have a choice. I mean, honestly, you do have a choice. You know what I'm saying? It just comes down to the part of the coaching staff and the goal at hand, as I said. Because I can recall 2019. I believe it was actually 2018, freshman year for outdoor, very first outdoor. When the same left hamstring injury since high school. So the problem was actually hips were actually rotating forward instead of actually staying in place. I'm saying. So basically, boil down to the fact say we have Timor Barrett used to be at the school. We have 5 guys in total that can do the 4 hurdles. 2 for sure can medal for them, which is me and Timor. Right? For the 400, we only have, I would say, about 4 guys. Coach was like, so what's the distance right now? Because it's a short 400 hurdles. But then again, you're a contender for the 400. So right now, depending on your health, what do you think this is what the coach gave me the decision. The coach said, do you think it's possible for you to do the 400 hurdles and the 4x4 final, right? Or do the 400 and the 4x4? And really and truly, my guys are sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I could have said, all right, coach, I'm going to run the 4 hurdle and then get another process, never run the 4x4, you know what I mean? But a lot of people never understand compassion and the sacrifice it took just to, think about the team. Because, as I say, from here where, man like Lafayette and everybody else, I say, you what, no? 2 man missing over pole vault, so I go in them points, you know what I mean? And besides Timor was the only guy that could actually do the 400 4x4 400 hurdle double besides me, and not even him end up doing the double. So what I did, I made the sacrifice. I'm say, coach, me can easily well tag 49 and I make the final 400. You see me I say? And once me in the final, that's just 3 simple rounds. I have to do, I just do management for go through the rounds them, and we can definitely get me all for the 4x4. And the end result was, even though I'm back up on the 400 finals, I still got through the finals with, I think I'm around 40 finals. My hamstring in the last 100. For the third lead, the conference, hamstring tight come forward. And then the 4x4, I lead off the team in a 47 too. You see me I say? And we were in good standing. Yeah. We still medal and gain enough points. Even though we never make top 3, we still actually get more points to bargain for.
So, LaFrance, tell me something. Is a similar type of culture that you went up there and found as you left Calabar as captain, and Garnet was one of the vice captains for the team that year. Well, is there any change in terms of the culture when you went overseas to take up that scholarship? Whether the first one or at Clemson?
Yeah,
and what were the
definitely
differences?
in culture. I mean, we used to like togetherness, but here in college, it's a whole different thing. I mean, here at Clemson now we're trying to bring like a team spirit where everyone is on like the same page, especially seeing that we have such a competitive squad that can actually create some form of damage within the ACCs, and then after that we can move on nationally. But the school that I was at before, and even here, it started out as everyone paying attention to like themselves. So it's like, it's you that get the scholarship, it's you that's trying to do the book work, you that's trying to do whatever you can on the track. So it's like everything is personal. But coming from Calabar, we used all this team thing. Oh, checking on each other. What you do today? Seeing that I was a captain of Calabar. But the whole culture changed. You have to ensure you wake up on time, get food, know what time you're going to practice. No one checking on you. So it's like you have to be responsible for yourself and accountable for your own actions. So things much different here. It's like you leave from a system where people looking out for you and see what's the next step for you and stuff like that. And then here is like you're there for your own. So a whole different. I mean, it's what college kind of demand though, for you to be grown up and try to be accountable for your actions and whatever decisions you choose to make. So it's kind of what you set yourself up for, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, at some point you have to grow up, like, and I think it's just a good story.
Say that again.
No, I think college is a good stepping stone between being a high school level athlete or even a national level athlete and a professional athlete, because it kind of gradually introduces taking charge of this whole process of training and your development.
Even though as a high schooler, you feel like what people doing for you at the high school level is helpful, but when you step out of the high school level at track and field, you have to develop that mindset that, I mean, you have to work for you on your own, because it's a dog eat dog world. I mean, you have people stepping out of high school, you have people coming out of junior college, you have people that's already there that are juniors and seniors. So it's not like you're going to be treated as a baby. You have to go in with the mentality that you're ready to step up. So
True.
That's just how it is.
I don't know if anybody on your team know if they're facts. You can experience it firsthand from Coach G. So freshman year, you look powered from the first day, your first and only. Then if practice starts at 3:30, and if I'm down here standing while everybody warming up at 3:30, and I hear you coming up the stands, don't think I'm gonna say anything to you. Don't even come down here and say anything. This is what Coach G do when 3:30 come. In the business of who, and put up him, don't even put a footstep. See me I say? And missing a day from practice that come like you take food out of your own. See me I say? And when Coach Johnson come in, team style now is this. It's up to you, Is that you want me to eat or you want me to meet? Which one you want to do? See me I say? So if you're late for practice, just say it add. You see me I say? So whenever you see one of them big meet that you want to go, or you see a meet like a Liberty Indoor type, what people call in Liberty Indoor and Clemson. So don't bother feel like you come late to practice one day, or you're not going to show up, now come and study table and feel like say, oh, you're going to run and then big meet, show off, take a picture and I say, it don't work so. So when you go to Bams now, Coach Hansen so cool.
It's a good point in a tanker. When we have a little system where when the a little negative reinforcement to make them feel like we need to reach school earlier than we need to reach training earlier than this. So them kind of get into the habit of trying to get to training at the earliest possible time. Now, I mean, this generation of athletes, they're a little bit more bold. So you try to give them the little punishment. Some people don't want to take punishment. Some people feel them above it. But it's a part of the discipline that guys to get to where you are now. You try to reach a training early, because you don't want the bigger boys them tell you to do half dozen push up, even half dozen or 3 dozen push up on them thing they are, you know, you have to stay outside or them things there. But I believe it's an important aspect of being a student athlete is to learn to discipline yourself and manage your time, and you know when something's about to start, and if it's important to you when you get there. You know, there are persons now that may say, well, if you're giving them push up on those things, it's too harsh or whatever. But I mean, you have to have some disincentive to try and get them to put priority on getting to training on time. You know, the discipline is a super important part of this sport.
And you see, 2 things I would definitely recommend. I'm not sure if, you know, people budget can actually manage it, but 2 things I can definitely recommend. Both high school athletes and college athletes, especially them over here. Because remember, I had 2 different cultures, you know. Then I grew up with spoon in their mouth and but you see, if any coach has the opportunity to even go by themselves and guard, you know, teams like high school teams in the Caribbean, how them actually come together and get the job done, I'd recommend doing that. You see what I say? Because, but then when we still don't have when we have we don't have everything what we need, but yes, we make the best of what we have, and we come together with championship. And moving on to the experience for the high schoolers, yeah, everybody might have. Some people, I would say, about 5 out of 10 people might have gardener talent, but they feel like for them to keep the next level of education and just go pro level. Everybody now gonna be a Usain Bolt. You see me I say? Be a fact. So my number 1 recommendation, it'll go hard, you know, but it was important for each and every high school athlete to move on to the tertiary education and go to college. Because as LaFran said, listen, it's a whole different ball game. It teaches discipline, it teaches responsibility. So I say the club table is a thing, whether you have high GPA or not. So I say you have to make sure you pass your class and by any necessary. If you want, you know, say you have practice at 3 o'clock and you have 3 class today. You have to make sure you're getting where you need to get done. You got to train us on a daily basis. So I say if you have injury, nobody now go get up and say, yo, oh, you have massage 3 o'clock. No, brother. You have to go tell the trainer them what's wrong with you, and then we'll make a schedule based off of your class schedule and say, yo, I'm coming at X amount of time, and them now go call you and say, oh, you missed today. No. They will look on you when you say, oh, you missed today. That's on you. That means nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That's my number 1 recommendation to every high schooler. Even if you're not able to leave the country, try your utmost best to get a tertiary education, because not only you're going to gain the experience and discipline and responsibility, if on the international or the professional circuit, whenever you retire, where you have Pantapai besides little money where Adidas or Puma or Nike. Yeah, you can build a business, you can be an entrepreneur, use whatever them do in college to make something yourself besides the professional sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah, understood. Fully. Lappy, what we expect from you this season? Tell me what you have a great coach.
Tell me what we get, 7-5, 7-3.
And
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what me know about the coach there. Me there high school, I'm gonna tell you this. The man lead a team from down one street down a town. There's some not even call the name. Kick we are up and down champs for years straight. We wonder what we are doing wrong. be a hurdler, man, I use a hurdler, long jumper, high jumper, so kick me straight up and down. And when I say, yo, and when Mr. Clark come in and take over at JC, we get some relief from them people that hold up the champs trophy all the while.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Bad piece of hurdles. Bad. So
Yeah,
me I expect great
coach,
things.
Good coach.
So what we
Good coaching. Absolutely one of the best mentor as well. Currently, I don't like putting times on myself. I mean, these days I'm trying to execute whatever I practice. So I'd say expectations is high because I'm currently in good shape. Good health as well. Been working hard since August, since I started practicing. Coming this weekend, we have a last development meet indoors before the conference meet. So preparing for it. Just go out there and compete, and whatever the clock reflects, then I'll take that. But the goal is to go below 772. That's my personal best indoors currently. Ran that 2020, and 2 weeks ago I equaled that same time 772. So currently the aim is to go below that. I know I'm in much better shape, but I don't want to say I'm going to run this time and then psych myself out just by focusing on the time. So just go and execute, and whatever the clock say, I'll accept it. Yeah.
Alright.
And
I point out something for who wanna know. Hold on. Laffy.
Yeah, coach.
I remember when you leave for go college and I say, yo,
yeah, man, I mean, coach.
You can cook. You learn how to cook in all that. Now go turn out good if you can't cook. College, you know. Yo, I live for Laffy. Chef up some big chefings.
Yo,
yeah, man.
I wonder if I buy the food at a restaurant and lay them up.
No, man. I'm tell you, college teacher a whole heap of things. Teacher a whole heap of things. Teacher a whole heap of things, man. And the environment from the dinner.
Fully. Hold on. I add on a 40s. One of them 40s, one of them purple and white one day. We just go up. Make him right now in there real college. I see betting just join. Laffy, the things I betting would have turned not
No, I jumper, man.
Yo, listen to me.
Betting turn big.
Look in.
Who this?
Coach.
Look here. Remember when we have betting come do pole vault and Mr. Clark no one said him.
Betting jump or four what betting jump?
410.
Him jump 410 out here. See? And we beg, you know, beg for the youth come. Anyway. Betting was so skinny in their Calabar. We never think you would have footballer.
Why you
Me never think would have thrown no shot. I said that KC man, you know. I call the name of the school. KC man. Big man. Former KC head boy. Watch you see.
If I never hear Wi-Fi.
I'm nearby. You might get close to him neighbor Wi-Fi.
Oh, your college experience. No, that
you might get close to him neighbor Wi-Fi. So you can connect. That take a while.
You know, see. Early. I'm all of them, you know.
Mr. Andrele, you're competing for real college now. Watch me go with him because as them say, you know, wake up one college them say, you know. Kingston College High School.
And them say one college.
Yeah, man, a thief Wi-Fi, man.
How are you going to be boss Wi-Fi?
It'll take a while to connect, coach, because you can't get close to close enough to your neighbor, cause like the wall a block him.
Like him neighbor them change the password for him.
Change the password too. Yeah.
Here, Dwelle. Shift over to the right little bit there.
Phone for the wall.
Somebody are taking like
I said dog bill up here.
No. See.
The internet bill, like the internet bill.
I'll drop you in bed. Yeah, I'll drop on bed there. And just go online. Just go online here, Dwelle, and just pay the bill. You see me?
That's up.
Let's pay the bill, man. I the neighbor change the Wi-Fi on him. Password, the Wi-Fi password change for him, you know.
Like it start reconnect. Some feel like them change the password.
Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah, man. No, man. The neighbor dep on the live and still are going, man.
Yo, brother, let's say, I'll go to I see from the bar, I put them up in my train and them couple time, but me I tell you, brother, me don't know why me not dash them with. Me just have them. Look for that.
Who that big star?
Yeah, star, no,
man.
Yeah,
man, I'm betting man.
One bar like
Bet now,
and the school Wi-Fi is shaky.
Like they put a cement in my bars, dumpling them.
No. Just for reference, you know, them three man yeah, train for pole vault one time a Calabar, you know. One time them three man did the
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, I remember 1 year after champs, betting go. We have betting a train after champs and him jump. Must be 320 or 330. I laugh and say, too like coach. Man can't jump so much.
Yeah,
can't improve so much after champs.
Yeah.
I say, no man, real man,
Till until you bet not jump 4 meters. I say 4 meters. I mean, I struggle so much to go up 370.
Me there, sir. Andrew
yeah,
betting.
man.
Do it, man.
But where I jump now betting?
I jump, man. I see my jump like 4 meters, 420. From there, the 420 highest my jump.
Yeah. Ain't no bad.
Different.
You can.
You come back up on a different situation over which part in there.
You can stay in connection once you jump in like 450 still. As long as you capitalize on refer event then, but
You know. But now move up, man. I go about 4.
Brother, one thing we can.
I go about 4. I go about 470.
yeah, if you go 470, that should be good. That should be good.
College pole vault now, man. Remember, I thought Coach Johnson. So Coach Johnson, you know, it's a big man thing. See if you just pay fee class them, listen them, or get a coach. Me can guarantee you, so yo, can get some points with the pole vault. You see when that man look on the final height one day in a conference, brother, outdoor, and see a white boy a jump 520. That man said, "Oh, me? No, you're not doing that."
I think the start tonight above 4 meters, you know. Like pole vault, you know.
I'm tell you how I notice nothing.
Yeah.
They're not different from how we are.
No.
Only thing they do, man, them swing up clean, go straight to the top of them pole, and the man
Execution.
Them brave too. Them brave.
That's all the man them do better.
Them brave, man, cause you find that some of the man them might drive them pole go straight through.
Yeah.
We sometimes we are go and like we are say, you want to go or you don't want to go. You know? But man them I push the pole go straight through, man.
Yeah.
But see thing that I said last week, starting at 4:30. Open pole vault, man. You know, I find on the men's side, them a start. I like who usually start. Different thing, man.
I'm surprised this is a 290.
Different level, completely different level.
Girl, I jump 4 meter 30 and them, you know.
Yeah.
Last year, you know the deck pole vault start. I bet you can't tell me. The decathlon pole vault, 3-1. Starting at the decathlon pole vault last year, champ.
2 meter.
Yeah, about 3 meter. I jump. I mean, decathlon, I jump.
Less than that.
What?
Yeah. No, the deck pole vault start less than 2 meter. 190 start.
Come
no joke. Watch me. Let me tell you what happened. You see last year, they put in a rule like they must say, yo, in order for competing at the pole vault, for the decathlon, if you compete at the decathlon, you must come jump at the meet them. You say you must come and pole vault at the meet them so you can get acquainted with how to jump and everything. Well, enough of the country school, them not show up no anyway. And if you reach on to the pole vault section, like one of the marshal them come on and say, boy, you can't stay or whatever because you never fulfill this thing. See? Or either the first guy reach on to pole vault. And they must say, no, because we live all the way a country, so like so we can come up for every town meet and thing. So they must say, boy, the whole way for make it fair, since they move by your pole vault in them life. See? And then drop it down to 190. I know some people drop out. Yeah, people drop out same. People drop out.
I want.
Yeah. Jump off of the ground with the and dash for the pool. Because once you come off of the ground, you don't need it again.
Clear.
190, you try to clear. You need it. That's that. All right. Yeah, that's what I said. But it did, I guess maybe because of the pandemic though, I know say maybe some school start training back later and things them they try to help out. But I just saw it go real low. I never think it would have starting at that low, but that's what it says.
Them start about in a joke, them start about 245. Them time
yeah.
Sit down and wait. About 3 something will come in. No. Yeah, I'm coming about 3 something. About 3:45. I'll take one jump and then go sit down. Yo.
So, but in all your college experience, them man you talk some things, you know, all the changes between life at Calabar and at the high school level and the culture on a collegiate team. Your situation.
First thing first.
Yeah. So it's set up.
You know, go with some bullshit.
Yeah.
Only for things, even though the training, go to them to bring back 2 feet and 2 centimeters. I say, yo, I don't know what them thing there, I don't know about that. You know, take one big step or take 2 footsteps, bring it back or something. You know. But I tell them, move up 1 centimeter on the pole. Yeah, I don't know 1 centimeter on the pole. So now I'm going to tell them, move up 1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, take me a while if I just tweet, but finally I just tweet. And even the run up for pole vault, like right now I use both or 8 stride. Short.
Whole different culture.
Short. Normally I use 12 or 14.
So you have to remember, say you're not a man where to loving long either, you know, so that kind of makes sense.
Love the what?
You never love long running from day one. Because when the man say you're watching a betting your own program today, you know, when coach say you're betting your own program, bet no one nothing more 150 or 180.
Yo.
Funny enough, betting was a 51, 52 runner class 2, you know.
Yeah.
51
runner class 2, you know.
I want you to tell somebody, say, yo, waste my time, brother.
Yeah. That was a 51 runner class 2.
Coming in from primary
No,
champion.
never class 2, my class 3.
At 55, you know, my youth. I'm coming in a Calabar at 55, me I run go 400, you know, my youth. I never run a 400. I never run a 400. Me I was 16. I run 51. I run 51. Must have 51 8 or so. Yeah, 16. Usually I for the program, but I go like. Usually I night 3 and them things.
It's kind of funny to me still, because I see a whole heap of the youths them where it's like me never know them go turn sprinter. A sprint now, like the tall boy them man who usually high jump. Corey turn sprinter. So I see some other youth usually long jump and them things. Man, them a sprint now. I'm impressed because the Calabar program normally rounded where you can do any event with the program where you get. But I run fast in a sprint to come watch a couple races at champs and see man them all make finals tonight.
Then
Jerry. If I compare Calabar to other school, like come ask the other man them for the track team, man them say, oh, right now, for them school, if you're in our top 3 or top 4, top 5 set of man them, the man that are in the business boy. When I Calabar, I went 15 man there on the back. Coach them and say, yo,
yeah.
Up there, move up.
Yeah, true. Me heard that people say it too.
So,
One
tell them,
tell your brother, as long as man see
because we believe every man is important, you know.
Yeah.
And at one point,
yep,
that could be crucial because we lose champs by a point already.
See there.
Yo, just for people when I understand and when I know, it's when a team lose champs by 1 point, half a point, 2 point, 5 point, quarter point, a Calabar lose, brother. Anytime you find a team lose a champs by them narrow margin there, and we lose. So, culture a Calabar.
Yeah, I mean when the closest champs, 2017. I mean when the closest champs.
Yo, listen to me now. Me not ask no question. Yo, promoter going on top. 2017 was the closest champs ever, brother, because it come down to 4x4.
Yo, 4x4. Me when the closest
work out, you know, brother.
Yo, sit down, me and say, yo, I this stuff before. I say, me and the first captain for stop his streak, you know.
Yeah, man. Then, brother, remember saying 2017, you know, I want to start now the referee in a bad man. You see me, I say, yo, he might look for me and say, yo, so we'll not go out because it come down to 4x4 no. We know how to do. JC, the whole of man, I say, yo, them 40s boy, they now win. Brother. Hey, good, man, the man, they feel like a we over there planning. Like JC and
the big screen, the big screen on the back, and I see the list.
Yeah. But the champ system, you know, instead of the 4x4 there, you could tell them, hold on there. The 4x4 there, when I tell us a KC side, they got book, they got breadway, you know. Could I tell you? The fact that them didn't need Mattison for qualify. When Mattison was out of the championship, them 4x4 team did basically done with. Because the first one, the next best that they did have was running something like about 51 or 52. Me know say them 4x4 side never they go finish close to Calabar. The only difference would make is if the rest of the team them did lay down means say just relax and make KC finish ahead of them. That's the only way. You understand? And from the rest of the team them say no, we are good. Them KC side never.
The funny thing is that coach, I never understand what I go on with because lay down I watch a big screen where I watching and I say, all right, then last we don't see no plan, we don't see nothing go on, so we don't see
you what no, me tell you say when we go around the stadium, brother, we at the starting line and they might put the man in the order. You know who forces something to it? My boy from Diego, too tall say, oh, so what go on? Me right now it's close enough, so where dogs them need to do? So you there JC man I say man need to come 4th or under for no win, you know. I would never make them purple boy they carry over there.
You know, when the race done, Calabar, JC,
Everybody over.
Hold on, the Andola say him want talk, you know.
Every team down the case.
Yeah, me will listen. Make him join to it. Let me have and put that.
You pay bill yet? No, I'm going to find out from him pay the internet bill or if I come freeze again. You pay internet bill, brother?
Yeah.
God.
Service.
Alright, well, I'm going to try to bring him on. I'll try to bring him on. Maybe hear what I'm going to say. Because I know he might come with some conspiracy thing, you know. Hold on there.
Yeah, man. Man got a car.
Jump off, make my audit. Let me hear what I say.
But I say, switch phone to reality.
And switch phone. So the phone was the problem. All right, come in, Fortis, friend. Hear what I say.
Alright, hey.
Let me talk.
But your conspiracy theory, you know.
Talk.
Talk up here, Dale. Yeah, boy.
So here we go. See that here there? Like say, the quarter miling squad, we have a good quarter mile squad, see? We have Dashan, we have one you where they run medley. Even if you run the 4x4, I don't know why they put him for medley. Like every year, he need always run medley. See? That's I first mistake them make. And then after that say, yo, when we go and find out, say, we just need to come forth and find out from, say, yo, the high jump, or make the radio, say, yo, alright, if we come forth, firm, we're good, we don't have to worry about nothing. Zine? So, ready to go, we find out, say, one new way. He never run thing there. He run heats, he never ever run finals. But he run 48 already, I see. So it's alright. Man make pressure reach him. Because when he get the ball, man go split 50.
So basically,
I say, you have to go.
Dep.
Yes, sir.
On a plan for yourself, basically, that you have to.
Honestly, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, you understand, say, a pressure reach.
Honest.
A pressure reach, I ready for go like.
Them never say no them strongest team.
Nah, sir.
I feel like saying
What them, listen, you know, the strongest team included their absolute best sprinter, Javon Mattison, who, if memory serves me right, had the fastest split in the qualifying round.
Man, he never run the qualifying round, man. He never run, man. He never run heats. Who never run heats? Must never run heats. Remember that year, they run medley that year, he never run heats. He never couldn't
qualify the team without man.
One thing I can't tell.
Kerry do heats, Dash do heats, Marshall, and somebody. Me tell you, I know, man.
Yeah, man. Because they have a easy. I think them make Kerry run the second or the third.
Yeah, he did anchor, man.
What?
I think I did anchor.
Nah, brother.
I think Kerry the anchor. Remember the order, but Kerry
I remember easy now, but remember
finals. The man run 4x4 eat. So in the round there, the warm-up area. Tanker. Did Mattison run the 4x4 eat?
Right? I recall him him there warm up with the team. So after that, you know, we never took.
Yeah, him did the pool, man. Him did the night pool.
Me not too.
Him did the night pool because that year they already run like a 48 or something like so. 48 or 49. But he never run the
pool. The eat and system. You know what I said? I said to myself, if this guy makes it to the championship, KC will win. If this guy cannot make it to the championship, KC will lose. Because if they have to put him on the 4x4 team to qualify it, that means they don't have enough other people to replace him on the team. And when I saw him run that 4x4, when it come down to the finals, I said, "What not fret about?" Was on the was on the team to
qualify. And he had the fastest split. He never run it. He never run it. train with like coming to the last few days a champs. Then back next year, but he never.
Hey, hold on.
I think I'm Marshall.
Hey, somebody
Marshall, that's Kerry, somebody else. But he never anymore.
I'm from the
yeah, so name the next one.
Name
the next one. Yeah, hold on there. Think that they on the live, you know. What name?
James. Yeah.
What the next day? What is the name again? Oh no. Keep this. Team on the live. Team must answer the question, yeah.
Hey,
because me can't find him.
Like that was
Team to the
team
again.
Over there, Paul Vard. They remember saying me a big hole in my hand, man. I'm a bleed. And anyways.
Why?
Oh, no.
My hand you know.
Yo, I ain't start cardio.
No, tell you line. Bet the day I say, yo, you see, I not talk about old over this. And I tell you line. You see, the first year with the over. Remember, Calabar trap me, I beat it, and I'm a win. But them time we just did jump 320. You see, next trap me, the man dropped a 4 meter and just shit. But jump 330, I'm a say, yo, man, they reach for next level. Next level. Go ahead. You know? Competition sweet.
It's only different from we, you know. It's me, I say, if you want to beat today, I think we're going to go ball. We'll go back home, go devise a plan for beat the next week and continue beat, you know. You see me, I say, we're not.
Realize.
No, brother, we're not going to sit down and ball. Look on champs. Every champs don't know sit down and. Brother, right now, Sadiq is not balling and thing there. Darby, Christoph Darby, 2 man them there in my school.
Yeah.
Champs time I do business with them once. I say, listen to me now. Right now, Uno can't give me no talk because Uno not see one champs under there. See.
I see what champs are this, so we can talk. I see one champs. We can talk. We're not champs, man.
Last year, man.
We're not champs, we get a money. You see me? And get medal too. You know, say some boy now not talking because them just run really, you know. But you see, get an individual medal.
Just join us.
That different, man. That different.
Sadiq.
That different, man.
I'm saying Friday, I can't see. Was not answer.
Right, too.
Was just jumping. Kremlin G6, so much champs you win. Friday, I can't see. I mean, ask La France right now, you know. La France, so much champs you win Friday, Calabar.
6 more, you know. The Calabar for 7 years. I lose the first one. I mean, a 7th grade.
Oh, see there?
Everybody on the team still, so I'm not count that as a loss. But when we start competing at 8th grade, and everyone from there.
I say that not count.
No, that one in a count.
The first one in a count.
I'm a captain in the last one.
No,
that was a good accomplishment, you know.
Wait, La France,
no,
number 2 you're captain for?
2016. And then 2017.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. You see that champ lose.
I'm agree.
I hope people they attack on the captain at that time. But, oh well. I say. Yeah, another dog things.
You can't really talk. I mean, we got captaincy when you're a schoolboy, you know. Really and truly, you know. Inspiration you get to the youth seminar, and you determine if the team prepared well or not, you know. You can't really talk up on a captain.
But people, the fans, them name, you know, them do what them please. You see me I say?
Just what them want to say. I mean, my approach at the end of the day, I always try to remind myself, say, a little picnic me I deal with. I might think, I might be big man now, so I beard up more than me. But when I'm there at high school and I'm a coach, I just consider, say, yo, some little youth, this, you know. Them no more sensible than me was when time I was at high school. And I know it was like me did football. I did book smart, but I did football. So I just try and keep that. Just remember, say, yo, always remember, so these are kids. They are just starting out. They don't fully know themselves yet. They don't fully understand themselves and understand how the world works. So if they not perform up to a certain level where maybe the crowd might expect, you have to be the one to step to them and say, oh, you know, so you did give your best. As long as you give your best, I eat that. Because you can't do nothing better than your best. Possible. As long as that is it. That's all you can do. Whether the championships win or lose, no single person can determine it. You know? Everybody wants to be a winner, but I mean, whichever team is the best prepared team, and them are going to win. You can't wish for it and pray for it. You have to prepare for it.
I will make the least mistakes. You know?
So, yeah.
Come on. Make the least mistakes.
See?
Yeah, and we'll make the least mistakes in the championship, because no matter how you see some youth are going at the championship, look like them are going done it up, you know. Not for the time when the man reach, man in the spread way. Whereas a class 3 level is where the most mistakes happen. Most mistake, because they're more fragile, meaning they're more prone to overdo things, more prone to nerves and jitters and them thing there. So unless you have a class 3 team with some oversized, overdeveloped picnic where you know them can make a bag of mistake and still make it through to the finals. And there's some more say problems I got.
And funny enough over the years.
But yeah, the champs thing, it's fun.
May I say funny enough over the years, at the class 3 team you would have normally like focus on most as like captain and vice captain. It ensure say nurture the class 3 kids, them are ensure so them know where them are go they go. But class 2 and 1, you kinda look on them as the more mature type, but currently it look like at the class 2 and 1 the teams have to focus on now, because they're not holding together. They're not holding together, says that the whole culture changed.
They're not holding. That's what I say. But say the culture. Remember when I came back in, I said this is not the caliber I knew, right? The caliber I knew was supportive. If a man missing from training, where I go for him, I say, yo, where I do? You have to come at training today. Well, take one back from him before school finish. Come at training, man. Him say, no. Gear, give him something and say, oh, come at training. But when we came back, only they have a style on the car, pressuring. And I say, when I pressure the man, I mean, I say, yo, when I see what's working, I'm more likely to try to avoid it. You understand? But the cultural shift happen. Because now every man a bad man, no man not take the time.
Every man a bad man now.
That I think, no man not take no time.
Yeah. Every man a bad man. But sometimes good for like ensure say you be accountable for the other teammates, you know? Because some people them feel like say them know the way, which you already been in the system and you know what is right and what is wrong. But some of them just feel like say them know more than you and they want to do what they want to do. So at the same time, you just allow them to it, yeah, man.
You first give them the rope thing themselves, brother.
Allow them to it. Book up on a whole heap of youths very talented, come in a Calabar and like say with them we are the way and they don't make it straight through. Stop. So at some point in time them stop.
You see, one youth they can always look on and say, yo, right now the man there's a big motivation to a whole lot of people. You might know it, who knows? All on the bed. Remember when them man start out just like myself. Them man they follow the practice. Them man in a mistraining. I say, I think we did a one pulver.
Yeah, man, I forgot to jump off and call, man. I have schoolwork to do, you know. Thing, you know.
Get that.
All right. The sponsor will come up on my Wi-Fi, you know. Probably.
You see, a youth where him know him be one and him start out and him never stop. You see me I say? It's a youth them man tell us say, if a man can take a page out of that man book and just do what they pay for, brother. You see me? Unlike me just did different. Me just never have no shame tree. You see me I say, man, your tanker ain't no good dog, go home. Well, enough when they give in to the pressure themselves or the city and still there Jamaica. I say, one thing me can tell you is if you want something out of life, brother, knows how to run. You have to certain sacrifices in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, my last semester,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't know this still, but I've put out some like a small hints out. Yeah? But yeah, right now, I tell you, say, I registered my small business last semester in December. I make sure I say, put in the schoolwork, and as soon as my last final get out of the way, I say, all right, here what happened. I remember when Squiddy left in 2014. I think it was 2014. Come back one of them years, and Squiddy say, remember, there's life after Calabar. I say, you know, the human thing is a life after it. And from a tender age still as a youth, I kind of you know what I do? I start put 2 and 2 together, I start put on the hustle, and I say, all right, how I can start make some residual income where I not really have to put in much work until I graduate. You see me I say? So what me do now, I hold on for $3,000. You see, instead of you that I go splurge that I go do like enough of them youth that we do out of that. I go take it to register my business. I register a car company called Jackson's Enterprise LLC, you know what I mean? And I go a CarMax on a local car dealer, man. I have a 2020 Toyota Corolla right now where I rent out on a weekly basis through Turo. Right now, even today, as we speak, I try to go get some maintenance done on the car. I get by the car Sunday. When it comes to marketing, I need to do a way better job at marketing. I'm a small business owner. You see me I say? So, back to all our friends say, it's a college teacher, a whole lot of things when it comes to
Definitely. Sometimes you have some hidden talents and you feel like, say, you know, use it any at all. And I mean, when you look at it, you have to bounce back one.
Yeah, brother. I say, right now, that's me can tell me teach me. I think you see, sometimes it don't really depend on your network, but it depends on your network. Because people in the network can have a way bigger network than yourself. You can have nothing in him. But you what? The people
I do some work, so we catch up with them.
Yeah?
So now I take care of some work, so we'll catch up with
All right. Go on, take care and work, you know.
Level 50, boy.
Yeah, man, 11:59, man.
On the best friend, yeah?
I will start that, brother.
Yo, tell him, boy.
Yeah, level 59 on the best friend. Please don't make 12 o'clock catch, you know.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, Buffy.
Level 59 at the due date. Due time.
Yeah, I said.
I mean assignments due. All right. At the wire, at the deadline I come up betting.
My idea in fact time, I don't have 8:46 in it.
Okay.
Country with them, man.
In the out in the middle, in our red state, in the middle part of America.
Cowboy boot.
Wow.
I'll be a tractor drive past up on the road.
I say I will look more.
Alright.
Coach.
Yeah, man, we link, man.
But me I tell you that you see just like how you have the passion for the cooking, brother. Me have the passion for the car, them, you see what I say? And I say your college years are your best years in life, you know that. But it teaches a whole lot about your life and the people in it. I say have a virgin blood fire. That
one of my days.
Boy, I mean, they look for to see a couple track meeting a boy, but
truly, come see Carolina boy, but
best meet them. Like
South
the order. Yes, in South Carolina, the man them down at USC, they don't like me and Tim Warner, brother, because them 4 are 4x4 are decimate.
Trouble. Yeah, man. I see a partner the meet, man.
Yep, brother.
And Nick Wayne.
You kind of feel that way, me never fall out.
Come here, look out for you, I swear.
You know, so they normally go to meet them, but because we have ACCs at Virginia, we got 2 meets at Virginia this year. So last week would have been the time we would have got South Carolina, but we end up go back to Virginia. But most of them never really compete still, but where are they?
I see how the D1 thing I look, isn't it?
Yeah, man,
D1 by day, you know?
D1 rough, man.
Is it?
D1
I have
rough.
to get there by day.
D1 rough, man.
You see, is it?
What's they know, Bums?
Yeah, man, Campbell, I don't know. I left from a junior college.
Oh. They were supported.
Yeah.
Not supported.
Supported, man.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
What
I left from a junior college. Come over here. I always there. I'm proud over here.
Brother, until I shoot, yes.
So how you find the transition?
The transition, it was different, but I think it was a change that I needed still. You understand? As I step on the line before, still it helped me tremendously still, as in terms of responsibility. I know, so I have certain things to deal with, and I have things to take care of. So I can't really waste no time. I have to make sure I stay on top of stay up and anchor my business. Is it?
Yeah.
Learn that very fast, very, very fast. Because the trainer stop over here, you know. It stay moving.
Yeah, man. I just America upon a whole, the train no stop none at all. So if you feel like say you want to put a pause on it, that go leave it, isn't it?
Truly.
If you just get used to it, man. Some states faster than some, but the train never stop. Keep moving. So you have to just get with it, and the quicker you get with it, the better it is for you, isn't it?
Truly.
Yo. It's so easy to get lost, bombard. You say?
Easy, you know.
Yo, and Gabriel one of the biggest, one of the next man in the night, you know, because I know they left for example, saying, you know, the man they face up on big billboard over there, celebrity. Yeah, man.
Oh, Gabriel.
Not only a star, but
wait.
Yeah, man, I started
Gabriel in place.
Yeah, man. Say I got fitness.
Yeah, man.
Never know.
Everybody it moves, you know.
How long active?
Yeah, man, everybody are trying.
True.
Try better.
But always a Yeah. The one that did always have a little, I don't know if I put it now. He have a little style to him, isn't it? Where you say, boy, yo, some people that say him hype, but to me, when I say him socially aware. And him aware of opportunities that other people don't really see. That was my interpretation of how he behaved and the few interactions I did have with him. Right? He was aware of his talents, he was aware of where it could carry him, and I get the idea that he was aware that he could accomplish other things through people.
Yeah.
I'm saying more there for this, do there for the, you know. You understand? This right there.
Yeah.
With that, Dan Vern.
Alright, so which event you have focused on now, Bones?
Long on the triple C, them have me a sprint and also.
See that?
Or not.
Yeah, man, them have me on sprint and all too. Because the speed is one essential thing, you know, where I'm the black.
But that's not.
So this I go and do it today.
Yeah, what team you can do dog both?
Yeah.
It's funny because you feel like say you specialize in just one event and they are Jamaica, but they come here so you not necessarily do it at a conference meet or at a national meet, but you have to put some running on the track.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes they're going to put in some development meet and they're going to want you run. Those part of development can't make you get here mentally. You do what you have to do and you work for your time, then you get the time them done. But to help you in a jumping, isn't it?
I see it in my day, so creative.
Yeah, man.
Normally, I never run a 4 bills that thing, brother. You see me? And this no matter about training, you know, my youth.
Yeah.
4 bills none tall, you know. They
Yeah,
say, yeah, man, I have a couple 4 bills. Well, I say, what you say? Man, say, yeah, man, I have a couple 4 bills. Well, you see me? Brother, from that, I have to take time to start change my mentality about them like a thing, dog. You see me? Because you can't kill me, you know. To make you better, you see me?
Only make you better. Love the mentality there. So once you can trust the process, you'll go far. You all the youth them come in and them start doubt coaches and doubt program like so them can write program. That's just a mental block and that'll make you now go nowhere, you see me? Yeah.
Real thing, isn't it? So I will just trust the process and continue to do it, you know, isn't it? Can we pick up on a little injury earlier until but can I recover now and back on top of things, you know, is it?
That me, you know, I'm to best of we, you know, injuries. But that game we are trying to eliminate it, but we can't take it.
Can't
yeah.
Brother,
I'm to the best of we.
Just plan to get injured, may I say?
That's why I have to give God thanks all the time and every time, you know.
Yeah, from a high level, you must get injuries. Must. From you do it at a high level, you are going to get injuries. Because remember, say you push your body to an extreme in a performance, you know, towards doing one thing exceptionally. So that's part of the game.
True.
Yeah, man.
And more.
But you know, we just realize, you don't see it. Every man they bring on live safari. Every Calabar man they come on the live safari. Was coached by. Every last one I know was coached by man. At one point or another for the jump. Yeah. So I mean, as a coach, him did have a wide influence on a lot of people, right? Especially when it comes to encouragement and motivation and make sure that people get a chance to express them talent for the jump spin. So, boy, we suffer last when them do what them do still, but you don't know how the thing is set up. We have to just remember him in the way, honor him in the way we can honor him. You understand?
Say, when I first up, man, boy, moody there. That's a facts. Moody there, some of them right now for now.
Ask you, bro. Look a bit of bullshit go on. Yeah. Yeah, man. And Joseph, if you like say everything go on. I said, come in, Tanka. Bullshit, go on. You know what? Go dig up the pit.
Yeah. Telephone for them and the money there right now, man. Because when everything takes place, then I'm still there joke and thing and whenever I think I did around conference time when it go on, isn't it? And whenever they start a conference and I myself say, yo, I beat team, you know, and nationals forward up and end up get all American so joke nationals and things, so we just continue the team, you know?
Definitely.
We're giving these,
jumping at the deck last year, champs? Can't remember. Laffy?
Yeah, where is the coach?
Campbell? Yeah. How much you jump last year, champs, a long jump?
Jump 6'8". Yeah.
6'8". You know, I'll show you something funny, you know. Well, it's not half funny, but it make a thing. You know, say, you and the current long jump world champion, they didn't have the same decathlon.
Oh, yeah. Me remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so give me the name and real talk still. Yeah, man. Have some bit.
Yeah, man, I think that for the jump a 7 meter, man. That,
him jump
7 meters.
But
yeah. I feel man will never.
Me know.
La France, when La France come a Calabar, in go back a deck.
No, me never jump. Like when we reach Calabar.
Anyway, it just go
from my first year and then go a couple training sessions and then after that me just stop jump. Like that get to me because soap man want to change too much of my technique.
Let's do it. When Laffy come back up start jump, man look like like a boss.
Yeah.
Like a boss up a fence or something. The funniest man they ever do that when I just yo
come college come jump 719, you know. Now as a freshman we come jump 719. And do about 5 events at conference. Do the 100, I do the long jump, I do the hurdles, I do the 4x4, and I do the 4 hurdle. I'm gonna do the 4x.
Man, just put you in an event, man.
No, under that man. Remember, say him got the first college as a deck lead. But it's like we have a full deck program. So
I never see my daddy as a deck lead alone, but they may need points.
You see,
oh yeah.
And the mental need the points, and you notice the boss though, it's a sacrifice.
Like I tell them, and I like them not being through it.
Exactly.
I know everything set up.
You can't get enough of them money for do that. Like say, you have all the money at 20 points. And go say, yo, you shot one man for the 4x4 now. Them man there first man I said so, man. Let me tell you. Over there, so them man are different, my lad. Completely different.
One thing I want to bring up on the live is, you see, certain man feel like say, yo, like when you go a junior college or any higher college before you step up, you see me, them feel like say, yo, like a little thing, you see me? Oh, brother.
No, brother.
All of them thing, yeah. All of them thing, yeah.
So bring one step for your father.
I journey this where you dip on, you know?
Four.
Yeah, because I know some man this brother right now, some glad some go joke. Even not going. Glad some go joke. I want to bet this is on the main for me.
Yeah, man. Development important. It's very important. You find that some people come Division 1 and them transition really good, but development is very important. So with some people we're not transition as though them want in a Division 1 or a Division 2. Probably if them big go like a smaller school, then they would have make a better transition. Who to tell? But you can't write off junior college and NAIA just because you feel like say you're better than the system.
Better than it, yeah.
Cause you find that them level of competition there very high as well. It's different from the Division 1 level, but the level of competition
still high. Yeah, man. Most definitely.
Yo, Coach Campbell said, brother, it's a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we feel like we can finish off the life on the note there still. Just for understand, say, make the youth some understand, say, regardless of where you start or your journey upon. So if it start a IA, or if it start a JUCO, or it start a D1, D2, it not lesser, none of them are lesser nor more than the other one. Just your journey where you're upon.
Definitely. Well, yeah, man. Nice talking to you.
Just watch your lane. I'll your lane.
Yeah, man, you know what? It's always good in it, man, say.
Yeah.
But just remember to tell the youth them that.
Alright, so respect to
Like,
to
Wi-Fi.
Tuesday again,
Wi-Fi is very important.
Again.
See, coach, Wi-Fi is very important, you know, coach.
Yeah.
Alright,
so next
Tuesday. Just go on, do not do, you know, enjoy life and make the best out of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. All the time, you know.
Yeah. Coach, respect, you know.
Right. Yeah, man. All right, Laffy. I look out for your big thing.
3 rounds this round.